So Trump yesterday canceled his his speech on January 6th. So Will and I covered this. Will and I talked about this. This is 100%. You guys wanted facts instead of opinions. We're giving you the facts. The January 6th event is a big deal. It's a big deal. All right. It's going to be used to portray Trump in a certain category, and they're coming after him with it. How do I know this? Because they're staying quiet about it as long as they possibly can. And when Democrats stay quiet about something, that means that they've got something and they're definitely serious about it, right? When they don't have anything, they make a lot of noise about it. Now they're coming out. So here's what was happening. On Wednesday, today, sometime, the DOJ is going to release information in regards to the January 6th event. On Thursday, the president was going to come out and basically say, to have a prayer vigil and everything else, and probably say stuff like, we're going to be handling this, we're going to go forward with this, this can't be, this was a scar on the America, blah, 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 and democracy and everything like that. Okay. Trump was then going to come out and probably come back and say, no, this was, the reason this happened is because of this, the steal and everything else. That was how that was all going to pan out, 100%. Now, just before that, they come out with texts from Hannity that are basically said, hey, here's what happened. And I want to explain this. This is what happened. This is what's going on. Trump found out that he didn't have the backing in the White House that he thought he had to stop this, and it was going to go through, and he could not stop it the way he wanted to stop anything. And it says it right here in regards to what Hannity said. So this came out just before. We can't lose the entire White House counsel's office. I do not see January 6th happening the way he is being told. After the 6th, he should announce we'll lead a nationwide effort to reform voting integrity. Not change, not do anything else, not storm the White House, not bring in the military, not do anything. Go to Florida and watch Joe mess up daily. So he should go to Florida, watch Joe, and stay engaged. When he speaks, people will listen. This is Hannity texting Mark Meadows in regards to what he should do. Okay? Now, so basically, he was saying it's not going to go your way. They're going to go and put Biden in. What you should do is reform voting integrity. Reform it. Not replace it, not throw it out, not storm, not bring in Nassara, not any of this. Go to Florida, watch Joe mess up, call it out every day, stay engaged, stay in the public's face, stay out there, which he is doing. All right? All right, later on, I am very worried about the next 48 hours with the counting of the electoral votes scheduled on January 6th at 1 p.m. Why were you concerned about the next 48 hours, he was asked, and the letter goes into that. So I put this on my community page. This is what was going on. There's no storming. There's no coming back. There's no hitting messages. You're being played, and people's mental. And this is why I talk to certain channels. This is why I go out to them. If you're diving into this, if these people that are going to have a mental breakdown are now your heroes, you're using them. You're using them. Because you can, at some point, me and Will called this like a week ago. Not that he was going to cancel, but what this was about. I brought out articles. I showed you. Now, here it is right here. So basically what had happened is before Trump canceled his plans, he had several key allies, including Fox News, Laura Ingraham, Senator Lindsey Graham, made it clear that it was a bad idea to invite a national media to Mar-a-Lago to mark the deadly riot. It was a bad idea to come forward and try to stand out and put yourself in the view of this. There's no good to stand out with this movement. There's no good to stand out with the Q movement. There's no good to stand out with the Anon movement. There's no good that comes from that. And they said, don't do it. Let them. And because Trump was probably saying, look, I can't just stand by and let him talk this crap. You have to. Welcome to politics. Choose your battles. It was not a good battle. It was a horrible battle for him to come out. They would have lit him up to come out because people did die. People were hurt. Things were happening. They would have lit him up if he came out in any way. There was no good that would have came from this speech. None. None at all. Not after the Hannity thing come out. More police officers are suing him. No good would have come for him to come out. And he probably said, okay, yeah, you're right. I can't. So they said, look, go back and stay focused on what we need to focus on. And that's election reform. Election reform. Now, what does that mean? Well, I did a story about this called Building a Defense on my page a while ago. And it's about... This is a think tank that is basically saying election sabotage schemes and how Congress can stop it. And this is a white paper that they basically explain what Trump's goal is. Here is the real plan. This is the real plan. Not your plan, not the Nassara plan. And then think about this. Trump is in real estate. Do you seriously believe Trump's going to go and allow people to buy, no interest and all this other stuff and get and want everybody to have millions of dollars? No, he's in real estate. He doesn't want you to go and just have banks have to give up all their mortgages and their interest and stuff like that, because then banks won't lend. They need to make money. Banks won't lend. Banks take risks on you not being able to pay. Why would you need a loan if you have $4 million? Why would you need a loan if you don't need a loan? Right? So this is stuff that whole system that you're talking about is definitely not what Trump wants. He's a capitalist. He's a businessman. And you're taking business out of business. So why would why would he want that? He wouldn't. There's no way. It doesn't make sense. It's communism. It's 100% communism. For you to get money for doing nothing is communism. That's what it is. A 15% tax and everybody this and making everybody evil and actually expanding that circle out is the whole crux of Mao communism / Marxism. That's it. That's what it is. That's what you're promoting. He doesn't want that. Now, so here's what he is doing behind the scenes without letting you know, without keeping everything secret. He is endorsing people who are going to get him to be able to change these laws and change these rules. He's building a defense, somebody that will actually stand up and get some of these rules changed. Here are some right here. At least 2 states have passed laws after the fact, allowing partisan actors to remove professional electoral officials and seize complete control of election administration. Here's Arkansas. They basically say, look, if there's a problem, we bring the control down to the state and back to the people. Georgia, here's another one. Bills of partisan influence, specifically aspect for election administration. Here's another one. Here, there are at least 10 other states that have introduced bills that have not passed. Bills given partisan officially new powers to seize control of aspects of election administration process and follow states are among these bills. He is trying to get people in that will get these bills passed. If he doesn't get those people in midterm, there's no need to run in 2024 because there are not enough state individual laws to truly take control and make sure it's done right. Perfect example. Let's say you're from Louisiana. Louisiana SB 220 would have empowered the legislation audit, the partisan official appointed by the legislation to audit any state, local, federal election using any scope, frequency, or methodology the auditor wants, and then to submit a report to certain legislative committees. Combining undefined scope of methods with partisan influence could weaponize these partisan audits against targeting jurisdictions. The bill was passed by both chambers, House and Senate of Louisiana, but was vetoed by the governor. This is the stuff he needs to be changed. He needs to be passed. He needs to get in office so that come 2024, he has an opportunity to win and make it harder to steal, and so that it's more legitimate. This right here is what they are afraid of. They are afraid of this, not Trump, not anything. But Trump can't do that without building a defense, without getting people in states elected. So what is he doing? He's going in and saying, okay, look, you guys have a lot of swing between the two of you. You shouldn't run against each other. You should run in this district and you should run in this district. So we have both of you in office. So that's my defense. This is the plan. This is the plan right here. This is it. Not what you're saying, not the money, not the military, nothing else. If you're projecting anything else, if you're selling all this stuff, then you're feeding off the weakness of your subscribers. And that's right. I'm calling people out like Liberty Warrior, and because he is feeding off the weakness of his subscribers, because this is the plan. This is it. This is politics. This is the way the system works. It's not fair. It's never built to be fair. He's got to build a defense. And it's right here. And I will put a link in the description for this white paper. Now, it's hard to understand, but just take it piece by piece. Pick a state and understand. Pick your state. Pick a state and understand what that state's trying to do and how he needs to get people elected. Make sure you see the date on that. The date's November 8th, 2021. That he needs to get people elected to help get these bills passed in individual states. He is not going to stump storming in. He realizes that. He lost that. It's right here. It's right here in the text from people like Hannity. It's here. It's written. This is Banks told Trump is doing press conference. Trump has important things to do on Thursday during things. Like others, I'm looking forward to hearing what Trump has to say. But the issue is this is not what is good for him. He cannot get out in front of that. Let's see. Trump cancels speech. Close enough. Thank God for Google. Perfect. And let's say Graham. No, not grammar. Close enough. I saw in art basically that it went over it perfect, and of course I don't know where it is. Lindsay. Let's try Lindsay. Yeah, close enough. You know who you are. All right. So basically, here's. I'm just going to give it to me. I'm just going to block it out. Hang on. All right. Lindsey Graham is taking credit for a Trump conference interview with Access Tuesday. Graham said he was among several people, including Fox News and Ingram Miner, who encouraged Trump to axe the event. Trump had announced in December he was planning to host an event January 6th to talk about the insurrection that took place on the 3rd. They're like, whoa, don't do that. Don't do that. And insists that their insurrection was complete unarmed protest and rigged. Because now they're going to... Because anything he says in that speech, if they come out with anything else in text messages... and anything that was happening behind the scenes that he may or may not have been aware of, it will be thrown at him. So they said, don't do it. I guarantee it. When Trump brought up according to Graham, he also plays golf with them. When Trump brought up the now canceled press conference, Graham said and told the president, it could be peril in doing a news conference, and that was best to focus on election reform instead. Reform. Not changing, not storming, reforming it, fixing it. Not just taking over the White House, okay? It's right here. House and Senate leaders were quietly relieved after Trump released a statement on the thing, calling it off. In his statement on Tuesday, Trump blamed the Durham cancellation, initially stated that it held him an embargo, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the total bias and dishonor January 6th unselected committee. Perfect. Bias, unselected committee, the two failed Republicans, and fake news media. Per Trump's statement, the former president now plans to talk about January 6th at a rally on the 15th in Arizona. So they're saying, look, do not do it on the day. Do not do it on the day. That's a bad idea because Democrats would look superior if they're having a prayer vigil and you're still talking about yourself. I mean, think about that statement. I'm having a prayer vigil. I'm just complaining about the loss of the people that were hurt and what happened there. And then you come storming in on the same day and it's me. Look at me. Stole. Me. Holy crap. The optics on that is horrible. Unbelievably horrid. Horrid. Bad. I would have been jumping up saying, what are you doing? No. You're not doing that on this day. Think about that just for a couple minutes. Okay. Now, this is where, like I said, but this is something that it says stuff right here. Now, this is where we get into this. And like I said, he is looking to reform. He's looking to change. He's got to get a defense. He's looking to get people voted in. So what I hear all the time is people are just not going to vote and they're just going to give up. They're not going to trust him. He's done. If he can't pull this off, he can't get these people elected in midterms. There's no need to run in 2024. He has got to get the people he needs, he wants in there to get these bills passed so that come 2024, it is fixed. He's not coming back this year. He's not coming back. It's not going to happen. Well, we have all the evidence. No, you have allegations. That evidence has to be presented to specific people, and then from there, it gets moved forward. We have a ton of allegations. Tons and tons and tons of allegations. And this, that, again, this happens all the time. You can have allegations, you can have proof, but it doesn't become evidence until it's submitted into some type of court system. Here's the evidence. I have proof, I have allegations, then I have proof, then I have evidence. If it never makes it to that course, you just have, I have all this proof. And charges are dropped all the time saying, yeah, we're not going to prosecute that. But we have all this proof. Yeah, I just don't want to. So it's not, that evidence aspect of it, I'm using this in simple terms, that evidence aspect of it can never come forward. But it says and this is where I don't, you guys can read all you want, you can have opinions all you want, you can interpret this all you want, but it's right here in black and white. It's right here in black and white. He basically says, go to Florida and watch Joe mess up daily. Stay engaged. Nationwide effort to reform voting integrity. Not nationwide effort to throw the Biden out, that he's, gonna just resign. He's not. And people of intelligence, people closer to the president than YouTubers, are saying this. You just have to... he's not looking to upheave, and just destroy the system in which he defended so much, which is the law and order in the Constitution. It's right here. He should announce he will lead a nationwide effort to reform voter integrity. Not kick people out, storm, take over, use the military, and put in martial law, enact Nasara, change the tax, have all countries capitulate who are not capitulating, as we can all see, have all countries submit to his will, and be the king of the world. And I know this is going to break people. And I know, but if you are still allowing this, if you are using these people and you are calling them your hero, when this is what they believe, I absolutely will call you out as a part of the problem, part of the one that allowed people to break. You should absolutely find guilt in that. And anybody around you should realize that you're doing that. That you're using these people. And if you don't care and they don't care, that's fine. But just know that if that's what you're doing, and the people that are at this point that are spewing this stuff, and you call them your new hero, when you are supporting that, and you are emphasizing that, and you are pushing their narrative, and you are giving them this superhero effect, this superhero mentality, like, wow, I'm Mike's hero. Wow, I should keep doing what I'm doing. When you know it's not true. At some point, you can't play dumb anymore. You can't play dumb anymore. Stop it. Stop it. Because you look dumb. Stop playing the role. Here's the links. I will put this one in here. I will put this link in here, and you can read what they're actually worried about. It's written right here. This is where it's at. Wrong thing. This is where it's at. All right, I'm going to end this one here. As always, stay safe. Don't play dumb. Read the facts.